We have lost our relationship to God. How did it happen? As you know, Adam, the father of the human race, made a terrible choice. We, his sons and daughters, live in the aftermath of his failure. You can read this in Genesis chapter 2 to chapter 4. We have inherited a diseased spiritual DNA. It's no wonder we find failure and sin in our lives. Today, it is by our choices that we continue to exist outside of relationship with God. This leaves us without the bonds of communion with our Father that all of us are meant to have. The ties have been cut. This alienation is described in the New Testament as being separate from Christ, without hope and without God in the world. Ephesians chapter 2 says in verse 12, please go ahead and read. Take your time and feel free to read it. Most men understand accountability and consequences. If we die still alienated from God, we will experience the horrible reality of his judgment that man's rebellious spirit has merited. Eternal separation from God, everlasting separation from God, which is horrible. That's why God's love is so powerful and loving. God's love is strong, fatherly, and complete. Many of us trying to gain God's approval by performance, doing good things, but it is impossible to live like God's sons and daughters before we are in a relationship with Him. A wall of separation has come between God and man. Instead of a relationship, we find a barrier. But dear friends, there is a good news. The good news is we can come to God through His perfect plan, that is through reconciliation with His beloved Son, Jesus Christ. Jesus has broken down the wall that separated us from our Father God. Reconciliation is now possible. If you are not in the family or in a relationship with God as a son or daughter to His Father, this is your primary need. This is our primary need. We have to come close to Him through Jesus Christ. This invitation is for now.